Imagine a war not just of soldiers, but of shadows and secrets. A silent battle where the ultimate weapon wasn't a bomb, but the human mind. Tonight, we're not just telling ghost stories, we're journeying to places where the past refuses to die. These are the most haunted locations in America, places where history's darkest moments are forever etched into the very soil, and where the spirits of the long dead still wander. From forgotten asylums to blood-soaked battlefields, we'll uncover the chilling tales that have transformed these sites into permanent residences for the paranormal. So, lock your doors, turn down the lights, and prepare yourself. These are the American ghost stories you were never meant to hear, from the places you should never, ever visit alone. Our first stop is a place synonymous with madness and despair. The Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. Picture this, a colossal stone fortress designed to house 150 souls, but by the 1950s, it was crammed with over 2,400 patients. They lived in unimaginable squalor, subjected to brutal treatments like ice-pick lobotomies and hydrotherapy. The sheer volume of suffering that soaked into these walls created a perfect storm for paranormal activity. Thousands died here, their pain and anguish lingering long after the asylum closed its doors in 1994. Visitors and paranormal investigators today report a chilling symphony of the supernatural. Disembodied screams echo through the decaying wards. Shadow figures dart down long, dark corridors, always just at the edge of your vision. One of the most famous spectral residents is a little girl named Lily. She's often heard laughing or seen playing with a ball, a seemingly innocent presence and a place of profound darkness. But Lily isn't alone. Another spirit, a violent man named Big Jim, is said to stalk the asylum's halls. His heavy footsteps and angry growls serving as a warning to anyone who dares to trespass on his domain. Objects are thrown by unseen hands, doors slammed shut, and people report being pushed or scratched. Is it the collective energy of thousands of tormented souls, or are individual spirits like Lily and Big Jim trapped, replaying their tragic lives for eternity? The evidence suggests that whatever resides within Trans-Allegheny is intelligent, and it definitely knows you're there. Next, we travel south to the humid, moss-draped landscapes of St. Augustine, Florida, home to the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Lighthouses are often beacons of hope, but this one casts a long, dark shadow of tragedy. The story begins in the 1870s during its construction. The superintendent's children, two young girls, were playing in a rail car used to transport building materials. The cart broke loose, careening down the hill and plunging into the bay below. The girls were trapped and drowned. Their laughter, once a sound of joy, is now said to be an eerie echo heard by visitors around the lighthouse grounds, a phantom reminder of a childhood cut brutally short. But the children aren't the only spirits here. The ghost of a former lighthouse keeper, a man who fell to his death from the top of the tower, is also said to make his presence known. People smell his cigar smoke on the winding staircase when no one is smoking. His heavy work boots are heard climbing the 219 steps, as if still tending to the light that failed to save him. The most unsettling encounters often happen at the very top of the lighthouse. Visitors feel an inexplicable sense of dread, a sudden coldness, or even the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes from the darkness below. Is it the tragic keeper, forever bound to his post, or the playful, yet sorrowful spirits of the children, still waiting for their father to come home? The St. Augustine Lighthouse stands as a solemn monument, not just to maritime history, but to the lives tragically lost within its shadow. Our journey now takes us to one of the most infamous and blood-soaked battlefields in American history, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. In July of 1863, over 3 days, more than 50,000 soldiers were killed, wounded, or went missing. The sheer scale of death and the intense emotions of fear, courage, and agony were so powerful that they seemed to have permanently scarred the landscape. This isn't just a historical site for many. It's an open-air graveyard where the echoes of war have never faded. The entire 6,000-acre park is considered a paranormal hotspot. Areas like Devil's Den, a field of massive boulders used as a stronghold for Confederate sharpshooters, are particularly active. Visitors and park rangers have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers in Confederate uniforms, sometimes so vivid they're mistaken for historical reenactors until they vanish into thin air. The sounds of battle phantom cannon fire, the thunder of hooves, and the cries of the wounded are often heard rolling across the fields, especially at dusk. Electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, captured here are some of the clearest in the world, with ghostly voices answering questions or calling out for help. On Little Round Top, another key battle location, people have felt unseen hands grabbing their arms, as if a desperate soldier is pleading for aid. The energy at Gettysburg is heavy, somber, and profoundly active. It serves as a chilling testament to the idea that some events are so traumatic, so violent, that they rip a hole in the fabric of time, leaving behind spiritual remnants to fight a war that ended over a century ago. From the horrors of war, we move to the grim reality of justice and punishment at the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. When it opened in 1829, it was a revolutionary and terrifying concept. A prison designed for solitary confinement. Inmates were kept completely isolated, hooded whenever they were moved, living in silence to contemplate their crimes. This profound psychological torment was believed to lead to penitence, but more often, it led to insanity. The cruelty and isolation bred a unique kind of despair, and that despair still clings to the crumbling cell blocks. Today, Eastern State is a ruin, but it's far from empty. It's considered one of the most haunted prisons in the world. Cell Block 12 is infamous for echoing disembodied laughter. The ghost of a locksmith who worked on the prison is said to be seen jangling his keys near a cell he installed. In Al Capone's former cell, visitors have reported hearing whispers and seeing a shadowy figure sitting on the bed. One of the most terrifying hotspots is the infirmary, where crude medical experiments were performed. Here, people feel an overwhelming sense of sadness and have seen full-bodied apparitions of tormented figures. The prison's most famous paranormal event was captured by a television crew, a shadowy form seeming to rush towards the camera before quickly turning away. It was a fleeting, yet terrifying glimpse into the active, and perhaps angry, spirits that remain locked away within Eastern State's imposing walls. Our final destination takes us to the sun-drenched coast of Southern California, to a vessel with a history as grand as it is dark, the Queen Mary. Once a luxurious ocean liner, and later a WWI troop ship nicknamed the Grey Ghost. This ship has seen it all: glamour, glory, and death. Now permanently docked in Long Beach, the Queen Mary is a floating hotel and museum. But its passengers are not all among the living. With at least 49 recorded deaths on board, it's a veritable city of ghosts. Several areas of the ship are notorious for their paranormal activity. The engine room, where a young sailor was crushed to death by a watertight door during a drill, is one of the most active. Visitors report hearing screams and the sound of grinding metal. In the ship's swimming pools, the spirits of two women who drowned are often seen, leaving wet footprints on the deck where no water is present. The ghost of a little girl named Jackie is said to haunt the first-class pool area. Her laughter and splashing sounds heard by staff and guests alike. Stateroom B340 is so paranormally active that the ship stopped renting it out for years. Guests reported bed sheets being ripped off, faucets turning on by themselves, and disembodied voices whispering in the dark. The Queen Mary is a place where the past and present collide, where the spirits of its long and storied history continue their eternal voyage, inviting the brave to come aboard and listen to their tales. From the asylum to the battlefield, the prison to the sea. These locations hold more than just history. They hold the very essence of human tragedy. The stories of these lost souls are woven into the fabric of America, reminders that the past is never truly gone. It waits in the shadows, in the cold spots, and in the whispers on the wind. Do you believe these places are truly haunted, or are they simply monuments to our darkest fears? Have you ever visited a place where you felt something you couldn't explain? Let me know your own stories and thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this journey into America's most haunted places. If you enjoyed uncovering these chilling tales, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Stay curious and stay safe.